people, so Danny Tomo, he's uploaded the full video of what's happened yesterday on the boat. My God, oh my God, you can't believe it. What are we giving the French the money for? Why are we giving the money to the French? Why isn't somebody in Parliament and politics seeing this and acting and stopping it instantly? Why is it only getting to the lower end of the, not lower end of the people, but why isn't it getting to the people that's involved, that has a shout? Why not? I am Big Side Blogs. I bring the videos to you as soon as I get them so you don't miss them. He's Danny Tomo. If you like what I do and you like my channel, you can either give me a like up there, I like down there, super thanks, or you can even be a membership, because I'll get you some footage out earlier and new footage other people don't see. Without further ado, he's Danny. Right people, so Danny Tomo, he's uploaded the full video of what's happened yesterday on the boat. My God, oh my God, you can't believe it. What are we giving the French the money for? Why are we giving the money to the French? Why isn't somebody in Parliament and politics seeing this and acting and stopping it instantly? Why is it only getting to the lower end of the, not lower end of the people, but why isn't it getting to the people that's involved, that has a shout? Why not? I am Big Side Blogs. I bring the videos to you as soon as I get them so you don't miss them. He's Danny Tomo. If you like what I do and you like my channel, you can either give me a like up there, I like down there, super thanks, or you can even be a membership, because I'll get you some footage out earlier and new footage other people don't see. Without further ado, he's Danny.
Do not travel to these countries. Do not go there. There's a reason for that, and it's not because of the animals. It's not because of the wildlife or the hills or It's to do with the men that are in those countries. It's not their fault that those type of individuals just do not suit Western society. That's why there's so much carnage. And when you plonk thousands and thousands of sexually active men into a community, what do you think is going to happen? So there's lots of elements to this, but the element that I wanted when you guys helped me get the boat, in my mind I said, I can't let you guys down. You've done this. We had a nightmare getting it. I mean, all the GoFundMes were blocked off. All the they took everything from us, but we managed to get it. So I knew I had to make sure I got this done properly, and I feel like I did. I feel like I got exactly what you guys would have expected me to get. That's why it's so important for you to watch the video and see. You got to remember, no one's ever got this footage. Nigel Farage did it from a distance and was advised not to do it again, but from a distance. I was like, straight in the middle of it. I got the French going, "Hey, move out of the way." I said, "Listen, you sausage, where's my money? Where's my taxes?" And he's going, what? And then to watch that massive French vessel, they could, the main factor is they're seeing them on the beach, and then the drone following me. The drone followed me all the way, pretty much halfway home. No, it's not true. Probably an hour's worth of trip. The drone was following me. The drone system was something from Afghanistan or Iraq. These are high-level drones that can go a mile up in the air. They go over to France. They watch the beaches. They're being used to facilitate the invasion rather than stop it. So we purchased those drones to basically know what's going on. So rather than knowing what's going on and then speaking to our French counterparts and saying, they're here, they're there, go and get them, stop them, we're using them to basically say, right, there's about 400 coming over, and they use them to prepare the British side for the amount of numbers that are coming. So it's insane on every level, but we really, really, really have to get away from thinking that we can just sit on our bums for 3 years and expect this to be okay. Like, I really don't think some people are getting it. In 3 years' time, you got to think, my source last summer, when eyes weren't really on it the way it is now, there's up to 1,000 a day coming. We've got the whole end of May, whole of less than May, June, July, August, September, October, November. When we went over there in November, in December, in January, they were still coming. So you imagine those numbers for the next 3 years. Are you guys prepared to sit on your hands for the next 3 years in the hope that a political party comes in and gives you a solution? Because I'm not. And I don't think my grandfather would want me to either. And I don't think your dads and your grandfathers would want you to either. So momentum is key. I was asked, and I promised some people that the momentum after the 16th would carry on. Because one of the criticisms of the last one in September was that everything just went silent. Well, I want to make sure that doesn't happen. So I want to get all the major heads together, all the major patriotic heads together that you see on social media daily and everything else, and we need to come together and we need to come up with a plan, and then we need to come up with what we we need to be organised. We have to get organised. It's so important that we now get organised, and we have an ability to do that in a way with social media, but it doesn't really work. We need people to be interconnected within their own cities. You know, if we had 1,000 patriots in each city that are ready to go at any given time, be it something happening. I'm not talking about violence, I'm talking about criminal offences, I'm talking about coming out and applying pressure and then allowing everyone to come out together. So we're trying to think of a way to do that. We think we've got it, but we need to keep the momentum up. We need to get people involved. We need to get you involved. We need to make sure that it isn't just every 6 months we're gathering in London, walking down the road and going, yeah, that'd be good, that was great. I mean, don't get me wrong, what we did on the 16th was one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen in the patriotic journey that I've had. And I loved every second of it. And I know that all of you did too. But we have to get serious at some point, and we have to realise that we have to move to a different strategy. How that looks, I'm not sure. But I want to connect with people, and I want people with serious heads to be able to sit around a table and to work out how to get this done. Because if we just sit around and be quiet for the next 3 years and hope that someone's going to come in and suddenly put an end to all of this, it's for the birds. I'm really, really sorry. It really is. I mean, you got to be realistic. We're dealing with our children's future, the future of this nation, the future of, you know, our civilization. You know, look at how they've destabilised us in such a short space of time. And if we allow this to go on for 3 years, you know, in 3 years' time, we're going, we've just waited 3 years and it's not even happening. So I think in 3 years' time, it will be the kickstart, the start of the political fight back to gain our country back. But that's all it will be, a political fight back. What I believe needs to happen is we need to come together and show a strength, and not just on a one day, and not just in London. We need to go to the northern cities. The northern towns and cities have got serious issues, you know, and I get a lot of messages from people from the north saying, what about us? We can't always come to London. We can't. So we need to connect with those that are up north, as far as Carlisle, Newcastle, Manchester, Liverpool, all the big towns and cities up there, because they are getting the brunt of it. They are, of mass immigration and the way that, you know. So anyway, I'm waffling a bit. I'm just trying to get a bit of time. So yeah, 10 minutes. That's my little piece. Hope everyone's good. And if you don't mind sharing it, please. It'll be on in YouTube in 10 minutes. And I know you would be as angry as I am, but use that anger let's channel it into something. We have an ability to do that. We're not idiots. Yeah, remember who we are. We're the grandsons and granddaughters of heroes. You know, people talk about coming out the house. Oh, I don't really want. These men got on landing crafts, and most of them didn't come home. They did that for us. They went to prevent an invasion. They went to prevent an invasion from happening. The invasion's already here. And what are we doing about it? We've got to come away from social media. We've got to do something. How that looks, I'm not sure, but I want to sit with people. I want to connect. I want to make this work. That's it. So, waffled enough. 10 minutes, YouTube, the link's above. Thank you, honestly, thank you for all your support. It's been a crazy few days. I'm absolutely shattered. I've hardly eaten properly. It's been mad. Batteries just died on my van, so I'm walking to my mate's house, which is just down the road, to get that sorted. He wanted to pick me up, but I said I want to do a walk. My luck is never ending. But yeah,